in the diplomatic realm, let alone the defense realm, are not having sort of lone actors going to a foreign country, meeting with a authoritarian dictator who uses chemical weapons on his own people, and then comes home and says, oh, if the United States would just meet with him in population, which is out of step and out of alignment with US policy, first and foremost, out of step and out of alignment with the protocols that are in place to ensure that our ambassadors and our Secretary of State and all those who work in the diplomatic realm, let alone the defense realm, are not having sort of lone actors going to a foreign country, meeting with a authoritarian dictator who uses chemical weapons on his own people, and then comes home and says, oh, if the United States would just meet with him, surely we could get this all worked out. Then Gabbard is also someone who time and time and time again has trafficked in conspiracy theories, has used almost word for word the propaganda put out by the Kremlin and Russian state TV. And so whatever the motivation is behind it, whether it is truly aligned with her belief system, whether she thinks it's comical to get people like me and other folks riled up worrying about her being a national security risk, whatever the motivation is, it is misaligned with US interests, and it is deeply, deeply dangerous. Because if she is willing to work against US interests by going to Syria and meeting with Bashar al-Assad, if she is willing to work against US interests by legitimizing the Kremlin's propaganda, what sort of untold damage could she have with the title of Director of National Intelligence if she's willing to do their bidding, right? That is the role that is responsible for ensuring what is in the presidential daily brief. Is she going to put Russian propaganda in the president's daily brief? If she's willing to put it out on Twitter to millions of Americans and the rest of the world, what would stop her from not including it in the information and the advice that she's giving to the president? She has a very long history of just working against US interests on the international scale, and she's an unserious, unfit, terrible candidate for this role, and one that it would be deeply, deeply dangerous.
My final question is, what could Democrats do, or what could people do? Because this is not a partisan issue.